Welcome into WKYT News at 5:30. I'm Amber Philpott.
Hello there, I'm Bill Bryant. It's great to have you on WKYT. 10 years ago today, a U.S. Supreme Court ruling legalized same-sex marriage across the country. That ruling came after a lawsuit filed by lead plaintiff James Obergefell argued that marriage is guaranteed under the Constitution's 14th Amendment.
WKYT's Mariah Congedo talked to one group who still opposes the ruling and a Lexington woman who says she was able to marry the love of her life because of it. It's our top story at 5:30.
My wife and I are lucky in the sense that when we wanted to get married, we could.
From a legal standpoint, the Obergefell decision was a disastrous Supreme Court decision 10 years ago and remains the same today.
On June 26, 2015, a victory in the gay rights movement. In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled the right to marry is fundamental, and it nullified state-level bans on same-sex marriage.
It was really based in the emotions and the feelings, ultimately, of one Supreme Court judge who, Anthony Kennedy.
David Walls, executive director of the Family Foundation, says the Supreme Court overstepped its authority with this decision, and it deserves to be revisited.
What we're talking about here is a government intrusion into an institution that predates government. If you look at it holistically and on a whole, this decision has done more harm than good.
But some, like Hannah Dunsmore, would argue it's done the exact opposite.
Yeah, I don't know what we would have done beforehand. It probably would just be living together and trying to find a lawyer to find any sort of legal way to be in a partnership.
Dunsmore and her wife join the hundreds of thousands of same-sex couples who've been able to get married because of Obergefell.
It means a lot to us to have our relationship legally documented and to have some of those benefits that heteronormative couples that they can have.
These benefits include tax advantages, inheritance rights, health insurance, property rights, and more.
It legitimizes your relationship a little more, even though maybe it shouldn't. But it is nice to have that label to be able to take that relationship a little more seriously in other people's eyes.
Mariah Congedo, WKYT.
Recent polling from Gallup shows that American support for same-sex marriage is higher than it was in 2015. All around, the numbers have gone up. However, there is a 47-point gap on the issue between Republicans and Democrats. 88% of today's Democrats are in support of it, with 41% of Republicans in support. It is the largest gap since Gallup first began tracking this measure 29 years ago. In 2021, 55% of Republicans supported same-sex marriage, and numbers have declined since then.